Hey everyone, I'm Benny Hughes and I want to welcome you back to TapRooT TV. As you can see, we're working remotely like the rest of the world while everything's going on, and we hope everything gets back to normal soon. But in the meantime, we still plan on pushing out all of the great information we try to get to you every week. So this episode of TapRooT TV, we have something really special for you. Dan Verlinde and his software development team have been working tirelessly on creating an app, and it's to work with your TapRooT software. And if you don't have TapRooT software, you can also use it to look at all the information we push out every week. I'll show you kind of at the end. But right now, let's go and listen to Dan talk at the TapRooT Summit, where he does a live demonstration of the new TapRooT app.
So that brings us to the app, and that is a software solution that has now plugged in to all of our platforms, hosted on-premise and single user. You can use that application to gather evidence in the field. You can use it to start an event and start recording it in the field as you go and work your way through to actually getting that data in. And I think that's what a lot of people want to see. So it is available on the App Store and Google Play. Go in there and search TapRooT. It should be showing up right at the top of the list. You can download it right away. But let's go ahead and do a live demo. And to do that, I'm going to need to get Henrik Peterson, my development manager, up here on stage. Give him a round of applause. And I'd also like to highlight we have a lot of help from down below here. We've got my services manager, Wayne Brown, and my product manager, Angie Comer. So we're gonna sort of try to fly without a net here and see how it works.
Who's this Annette you're talking about?
A net? Oh, a net. Like we're not going to have a net to fall on. There's not an actual Annette. Okay. So we should hire an Annette, though, just now that I think about it. Okay, so Henrik, you are a new user to the app. We're going to pretend that, at least for the purposes of this demonstration.
Just downloaded it.
Awesome, awesome. So you've got it ready to open for the first time?
Yep.
So let's go ahead and open that up. So it looks to me like on that left menu, there's a lot of TapRooT content that you can access even if you are not going to be doing an investigation. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So on that left menu, what do we see? We got the blog. We got videos, podcasts, upcoming courses, all of that. So what I highlight that for is if you come to a course and you download the app, there's going to be benefit to using the app even if you aren't a subscribed user of the software. But obviously what we care most about is gathering evidence. So let's go ahead and go to My TapRooT and log in for the first time. Okay, so one thing to highlight here is that we have two options. I have a password to taproot6.com. I'm a personal subscriber. Or my company has a license. You're going to put in different credentials based on whether or not you're doing that. For today, let's go ahead and say the company has a license and log into one of our own license sites that we set up for this course.
I will log in as me.
All right. No pressure, you're not on stage, so
No.
Don't make any typos. Type it really quick, right? That's good work instruction. So one thing I want to highlight here while we're looking at this is that Angie has done an amazing job of already configuring the software for us. So when Henrik goes to connect to the software, it's immediately going to look right now at this connecting point. It's going to look at the configured site that Angie has set up, and it's going to download all the custom fields, all the pick lists, all of the information that's available to the app, and it's going to download that automatically, and that's where we get into syncing data. It's now saying, Henrik, we know who you are, we know what you want to do, and what your pick lists are going to be. And then as that process rolls, it syncs through. It's going to load up to our home page here in just a moment. Like I said, we're flying without a net, which Henrik thinks is a woman that works for TapRooT. But all right, so we arrived at our events homepage. Henrik,
Yeah.
I would say that's been a success so far. What do you think? Should we keep pushing on?
I
See
think
how much more we can accomplish? Okay. So what would be the first thing you would recommend we do here from the homepage, Henrik?
I would think about starting an event.
An event?
Yeah.
So we just saw a video of a horrible product demonstration. We could maybe do an investigation of that, and hope we're not actually doing a horrible product demonstration investigation here today. We're going to see how all that works out. But let's go ahead and create that. So
What are we naming it then?
I think we should call it Product Demo Epic Fail. Yes, yes. We would celebrate that, not investigate it, hopefully, right? Okay.
And the location for it.
Well, we have a date field there. I noticed you put today. That's not because you're planning on
sorry
anything
about that.
happening. Okay, all right, just making sure. We'll just leave that for now. I think that real event happened like in 1988. So we'll see on that. For the location, let's go ahead and, well, I think the video happened in Silicon Valley. Hopefully not Horseshoe Bay. We're not going to be selecting that for our location. So you've selected the location of California, Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Awesome. What's
Classification.
next? Classification. Wow. What would a tech guy call that? I would say that was an enhancement, not a bug that we saw there.
It's a feature, not a bug.
It's a feature, not a bug. I think that's how probably Bill Gates would have described the blue screen of death going up on the screen.
Yeah.
So let's say it's a feature, not a bug. All right. What's next?
The severity.
Okay. Well, if things don't go well here, and they didn't go well there, I would say the severity is pretty high. That's lived on the internet forever, that video. So
Let's go with high.
Okay. So at this point, we've done all the required fields, right?
Yep.
So it's important to note that you can set up for your company all the required fields that you need to start an event. It can be whatever you want. But we also have all these optional fields as well. So you can install optional fields that can be filled out while we're in the field working. In this particular case, we have a summary or immediate corrective actions taken. I do not have to enter those because the person who configured the site did not require me to. So I can go ahead and move on to the next step. What is the next step?
Saving it.
Saving it.
Yeah.
All right. So when you're saving this, are you saving this to our cloud or are you saving it to your phone?
Just locally so far.
Just locally on your phone?
Yes.
Okay. So all this information is only on that phone. We don't have it anywhere else stored at this point.
Correct.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you. So once it's saved, what do we see next?
How about some attachments, maybe?
Some attachments. Now we're really ramping it up. We're going to make the file size big here, huh? Okay. Well, what kind of attachments can I do?
We have images, for instance.
Okay. Well, let's take a image here of this beautiful crowd at Horseshoe Bay to upload into our system. So I need you all to smile at Henrik and wave at the camera, if you could. We're going to get a picture of you there. And
Got it?
wow, that is an ugly-looking crowd. I'm kidding. You're all so beautiful. What's next? What are we going to...
Video.
Video. Okay, well, now I'm going to need everybody to really rise up and participate. I want to hear you cheering and shouting as we take a video over the crowd. All right.
Awesome.
Excellent. So I noticed I can also attach documents. So if I had like a Word document or a PDF on my phone, I could attach it.
Yep.
And it looks like there's an audio option.
We also have audio.
Okay. So that audio option, I would imagine you could use that to do interviews in the field, record the whole interview.
It's the exact way to use it.
Okay. Well, I don't have anything in mind. Why don't you just record some audio to put into the system?
Dan's going to kill me if this doesn't work.
What? He said, Dan is going to kill me if this doesn't work. I don't think that's good. He doesn't seem too optimistic, but I think it's going to work. You know, one last thing. I know it doesn't really work to do a snap chart completely, fully on the phone. It's not really big enough necessarily. But what if I just wanted to add some conditions or shapes to my chart at this point in the process? Okay.
We can do that.
All right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Conditions and events.
Conditions and events. So... well, if we have an incident here today, one of the events would be Dan decided to do a live product demo.
Let's get it in there.
Hopefully that's not leading to a catastrophic event, but we'll find out. Okay, so you identified that as an event then.
Yeah.
What would be some conditions of that decision? Well, Dan's idiocy probably is one of those conditions. The other thing that might be a causal factor would be Henrik's overconfidence, I believe.
Let's get it in there.
So we can do it live, he told me. We can do it live. So most companies use videos for this stuff, I said. But we're going to do it live. All right, so what's next? We got what we need, right?
We have got all we need.
We need to push it up.
We do.
So again, it's just stored on your phone right now.
It is just locally right now.
All right, so we need to get it up into the cloud. So how do I do that?
conveniently, there is a little cloud icon on the left of
So
the event.
that seems to make sense.
Yeah.
Well, let's hit it and see what happens.
Are we ready to sync? I believe we are. Here we go. It's uploading.
It's uploading.
This is the scary moment, by the way.
We should be playing the Jeopardy song from the chorus right now. Oh, it looks like we got one of our attachments going. Another one. By the way, if for some reason you experience an internet outage or failure at this step, it's going to pick up and know what attachments got uploaded, and the next time you sync it, it's going to recognize that and pick up the additional data for you. We're now on attachment 2 of 3 over the hotel Wi-Fi, running through a little router right here. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Henrik, should I feel good yet?
We're on 3 of 3.
3 of 3, running
Done.
through. And thank you all for not picking up your phones and using all the data in the room during that demonstration. I really appreciate it. So we are, at least for now, it looks like we're a success. We've sent that up from the cloud. So if we could, Henrik's part is done here. You want to get off stage, I can tell. So let's give him a round of applause for his part of the demonstration. Thank you. Oh, okay, Angie. And do we have a product demo epic fail up there? We do. It was a near miss, I think. I don't think it was an incident. Let's open it up and take a look. Let's start with the details tab, Ange. If we could see what details that Henrik set up for us. We have the product demo epic fail, date of today, Silicon Valley. It's not a feature, it's a bug. Or it's a feature, not a bug, and a severity of high. All the information came over. What else did we bring over? Let's go to the snap chart and see if my conditions and events came over and are available for me to use. In the drop zone, we have 3 shapes. Success. All those shapes are ready to click and drag over and begin working on my snap chart now that I'm on a good device for snap chart that has a big window and frame. So all of those are there and ready to use. Good to go. Excellent. Here's the real challenge. Let's go and see how we did on audio and video and all those big pieces of data that we were trying to attach. Well, it looks like we've got 3 files. Well, let's start with, do we have that lovely picture of our summit? The beautiful people in my course. Yes, we do. What about the video? Did we get that video to come through? That sounded way lamer up there, I gotta be honest. It sounded impressive when I was up here at the beginning, but I don't know. Get back up here, Henrik. We're going to do it again. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. And then lastly, you recorded some audio. You kind of turned away from the microphone, I think. But let's see what audio you uploaded to the system.
Dan's going to kill me if this doesn't work.
It worked, Henrik. Give Henrik and Angie and Wayne a round of applause, please. So we're real excited about this application, and we're going to be we're actively working on a second release of this application to give more capabilities and tools, including the ability to take an event you've already created through Enable on Intellex or another partner, download it to the phone and work on it that way to create more of a workflow of direction for you. And we're real excited about it. At that point, I'd like to turn it over and start answering your questions or comments about the TapRooT app and the API connections, anything that we've covered. Sure.
So can we go in and work existing events from the app?
That's the two-way sync feature I was just talking about, and the way that'll work is you have something in your software, you'll be able to check it out and push it to the app, work on it on the app, and then upload it back in. And that's coming out later this year. Okay. So that'll be that's release 2. Yes, absolutely. We know that you want to do that. Yes?
Just noticing as an instructor from the courses,
Mm-hmm.
the Rate My Course app, that's live and we can use that?
RateMyCourse.com is a website, and in the app, we give you a link to it that just redirects and opens it in a new window, and absolutely you can use it. So if you didn't catch that question, instructors, you can tell people to download the app at the start of your class, and they can go to the rate.taproot.com from the left menu of the app to fill out their critiques and evaluations. That's available to them on the left menu. Yeah, Brian.
For us to get the app, do we use our normal link that we use to teach courses on?
No, you should connect yours probably to your 6.com account that we give you. So if you connect, you can connect it to your teaching site, but we erase those every week. So if you really want to benefit from pushing data up and back, you're going to want to do it on the other subscription. Yeah, well, we've got that for you. So, other questions? Yes?
Can you go back into, on your phone, can you go back into the investigation
So right now it's just a one-way push. You'd make the decision when you want to upload it to the cloud, but in the release we're doing later this year with two-way sync, you'll be able to push it back and forward as many times as you want to add new information or redo it. That'll be coming out later this year. So, other questions or thoughts about this or API or any other thoughts? Yeah?
So when the dual sync will happen, will you be able to do the chart and the tree?
The chart and the tree you will still need to do in the software, not on the app. Yeah. But you will be able to add those conditions and events through here to your snap chart at any time throughout the process. Yep. Good question. Anything more? Yeah. It is only one way. Yep. Just one way push until later this year. Yep. But this is out. You can go download this today and do it. Mark. One way once, and it'll be two-way multiple times when we come out with an update. And when we do, we'll send out an announcement, but you'll be able to just update it on your phone, update the app that you've already downloaded and installed. So. Okay? Yeah?
Under attachments in the software itself,
Mm-hmm.
is it possible to save documents and other types of files, or are we limited just to...
Anything you want. There are file restrictions. We're not going to let you upload an executable or a zip that's going to create software vulnerabilities. But you can create your own folders and upload any types of files that you want to. And you can even relabel and rename your own folder. So if you want a policy folder, a procedure folder, a video folder, whatever it is you want, that's completely customizable on the back end. Okay? Well, awesome. If there's no other questions, and if you don't like asking questions in a large room, you're welcome to come up and see us afterwards. I'm going to give you back a few more minutes of your day to prepare for the rest of the day. And thank you all so much for participating and being wonderful in those pictures and video. Thank you.
We really hope you enjoyed that demonstration that Dan and his wonderful team did at this summit. His team members, Henrik and Wayne and Angie, great sports for always playing with Dan. He just does such a great job, and so does his whole entire team. And the questions and answers at the end of it I thought were really great too. You really found out a lot and about the future of the app and where it's going to go down the road. But if you don't have our software, you can still download the app to the App Store or to Google Play Store, and you can download it. And one of the great things about it is you can get all of our all the information that we push out every week on either TapRooT TV or our blog or all the different places that we're at on social media. As you can see right here, they just kind of list it. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it was actually in the video. But you can just use it for that if you don't have our TapRooT software. But when you saw that demonstration, you can see how valuable that software is and how wonderful it's going to be able to get out in the field and use it like that. But we hope you enjoyed that, and we hope that you enjoyed this video. Please give us a thumbs up, like and subscribe to our channels. Mark always wants you to ring the bell to get notifications so that you don't miss anything. So we hope everybody's staying safe and sound out there, and we'll see you back here next week.